Yeah, good morning, guys. So, our next topic will be a very important topic. Compulsory 4 marks will be asked from this topic, no doubt. It's a module 1 topic, and the name of the topic is Concept of Equalization Levy. This concept was introduced in Finance Act 2016 by Arun Jaitley. By Arun Jaitley, and this talks around from section number 165 to 177. 165 to 177, and in your DT notes it is from page 191 to page 196 in your DT PDF notes which you guys have. I have already sent you the index also. In the index also you can see it's page 191 to 196 or 197, because 197 is an empty page. This is what we have to cover, and it is chapter which is part of your international taxation module. This is a chapter which is part of your international taxation syllabus, which is for 30 marks for your exam. Out of 30 marks, this chapter is in that 30 marks. Am I clear? Now listen, how many sections we have up is below? Section 165 to 177, roughly 13 sections, but I will explain like a story. If you write the story the way I am writing on the screen, you need not by heart the section numbers and the provisions. You remember the story, you will get 4 marks. And we'll also do recent examination problems which was asked on the topic called equalization levy. Clear till here? From which date was applicable? 1/6/2016, and introduced under Finance Act 2016 by Mr. Arun Jaitley. Section number 165 to applies. This concept applies to whole of India. Please, I want you to copy whatever I'm writing on the screen, except Jammu and Kashmir. Unfortunately, I am not telling this, Act is telling me this. This concept applies to whole of India except Jammu and Kashmir. What does that mean? Everything I'll explain. You say start, we will start. Shall we start? Okay, now listen. Let us first, before we start the concept, let us first understand the background of equalization levy. The short form is EL. Short form is EL, equalization levy. Ab suno the background please, everyone. Assuming, sir, KPMG, a CA coaching center, CA coaching center in SR Nagar, Hyderabad. Assuming KPMG, a CA coaching center in SR Nagar, is announcing new batch for CA final. Launching new batch for CA final, May and November 2021 students కోసం. May and November 2021 students के लिए we are launching a new batch, for which we want to do advertisement. For which we want to do advertisement. We have approached Facebook. I don't know how many of you know, Facebook, 97% of the revenue of Facebook comes from advertisement. So we have approached Facebook, and KPMG has paid Facebook 10 lakh rupees. Paid how much? 10 lakh rupees. For what? Advertisement of the new batch. Story clear? Now what will Facebook do? Facebook will do the advertisement. Whoever are logging in Facebook, they'll get a page of KPMG and the details of the batch. Who is the service provider? Who is the service recipient? थोड़ा शर्म रहना. He is the service provider and KPMG is the service recipient. Facebook is service provider, KPMG service recipient. Facebook is a US based company. Facebook is a, so can I say service provider is a non-resident? Yes or no? Yes. And KPMG is a service recipient from India. And the 10 lakhs for KPMG is a business purpose or personal purpose? It's a business purpose. How na sir? Okay sir. Next. Who is the service provider? Facebook. That Facebook does not have PE in India. PE बोले तो permanent establishment or fixed place of business. Clear? Now the point is, what was happening? What was happening? Like this. KPMG, KP was debiting 10 lakhs to P&L account as their advertisement charges. As a result, your profit decreased, tax also decreased. Am I clear till here? As a result, profit decreased, tax also decreased. Facebook received 10 lakhs and they are not liable to pay tax in India, because in DTAA chapter I covered, the DTAA says if NR has PE in India, then only it is taxable. If NR do not have PE in India, then it is not taxable. So this income is not taxable in India. No need to pay tax for Facebook. Am I clear with the story? Now my question is, had KPMG done the advertisement from Prakash Arts? I hope you have seen hoardings in Hyderabad, Prakash Arts. Then for KPMG they can debit. Prakash Arts, it's an income and he will credit to P&L account and government will get tax from Prakash Arts. But here government is losing in both the cases. KPMG is debiting, tax reduces, and government does not have the right to collect tax from Facebook because Facebook do not have P in India. So government was losing in both the angles. So Arun Jaitley said, waste fellow like this, crores of money are given by Indians to Facebook for advertisement and we are not able to collect the tax. So there was a need to do something. What is something? I'll cover now. Is the background very clear, please? Again I'm bringing the background very clear. सर्विस रिसिपिएंट कहाँ का है? इंडिया. सर्विस प्रोवाइडर कहाँ का है? यूएसए. हु इज and he does not have permanent establishment in India, place of business in India. Start copying the background. Yeah guys, done. So shall we continue? This is the background on equalization levy, and there was need to do something. Who has to do something? A central government. Now please, I want you to copy the notes, the running notes, then you can read from your DT notes also. Okay. What did central government do? What did central government do? They introduced concept of equalization levy. From which section number to which section number, sir? Section 165 to 177. This is similar to TDS only. Similar to, don't copy, I'll give you time. Now what did Arun Jaitley did? Listen now. He said, first point he's asking, who is making the payment? Who is making the, in my example, who is making the payment? KPMG. How you know? He should be a resident. KPMG is from SR Nagar, Hyderabad. He is a resident and carry business or profession in India. Clear? Or he can be a non-resident having PE in IKEA Hyderabad, wants to advertise their furniture products through Facebook USA. IKEA Hyderabad made payment of 10 lakhs to Facebook. Then also this concept will apply, because IKEA will be called non-resident and they are having P IKEA Hyderabad. Here KPMG SR Nagar, IKEA Hyderabad. That is the person making the payment. Am I very clear? Point number B. Who is receiving the payment? In my example, who is receiving the payment? Facebook, no. That is non-resident who do not have PE in India. Correct? No. Who do not have PE in India. Next. Service recipient. Service provider. Service. Nature of service. Nature of ante, that is called specified service. Which services are provided? Who is providing to whom? Service provider is providing to service recipient. In my example, who is the provider? Facebook. Recipient KPMG or IKEA Hyderabad. He is providing what? Services. It can be online advertisement. It can be online. Digital advertising space. Online advertisement, digital advertising space, or any service for the purpose of online advertisement. For the purpose of online advertisement. Chalo, once again, who is making the payment? KPMG, resident, in India or non-resident having P in India. Who is receiving the payment? Facebook. Nature of service. Service recipient is called here deductor and provider is called deductee. Am I very clear till here? Now the rule says this concept was effective from 1/6/2016. It means if today KPMG deductor is making payment to Facebook of rupees 10 lakhs for this section says, this section what we have to write in the heading is 165. The section says rate deductor kon KPMG should deduct equalization levy like TDS at the rate of 6%, at the rate of 6% and pay the balance payment to Facebook. For example, how much is Facebook asking? 10 lakhs. Uska 6%, 60,000. Government says, Ray deductor, Ray KPMG, Ray IK Hyderabad, out of 10 lakhs, pay 60,000 to government. Pay 60,000 to government. Balance 940 pay to Facebook. Ray wasteful for you, you should not have any problem. Before what was happening, sir? You were paying entire amount to Facebook of rupees 10 lakhs. What was outflow to you? 10 lakhs. Now what is outflow? 10 lakhs. But the only difference is not 10 lakhs is bifurcated. 6% and the balance. 6% we should pay to government and the balance to who is crying? Facebook will cry now. Because before he was receiving, now he is receiving. After half an hour, I'll tell you what did he do to counter attack this concept. Am I clear? So what am I supposed to do? Then arrow mark down. First copy here. Then I'll tell you what you have to do. Sir, notes are perfectly given, still you do this. Because if you write once, I'll feel that it will be more clear to you rather than just reading the notes. And I'll tell you when to read the notes, do not read before that. Guys, done? Is the background very clear? Sir, I am explaining background as if you will become the next finance minister of India. I should see your name after Sita Raman. Arjun, everything is covered in depth. Shall I continue? Sure. Now this section says, which section number we are talking about? 165 says, rate deductor. You have to copy from arrow mark down. There is an arrow mark down, right? उसके continue you have to do. Okay. Ray deductor. बोल तो person making the payment. Shall बोले तो compulsory. Deduct equalization levy like TDS at the rate of 6% if the consideration or the amount exceeds 1 lakh. Exceeds kita 1 lakh. Like in TDS we have limits, like 194I limit is, before it was 1,80,000, now increase to 2,40,000, or for your 194J audit fees 30,000 and a 194J which should be covered in TDS, this is 1 lakh. It means what? If KPMG is paying a payment less than 1 lakh, this chapter only will not apply. So before what was happening? Before KPMG pay 10 lakhs to Facebook. Now what will happen? KPMG 6% of 10 lakh 60,000 pay to central government, and the balance you pay to Facebook 9 lakh 40,000. Am I clear? Am I clear? So KPMG ki there is no problem only. Before also it was an outflow of 10 lakhs. Now also it's an outflow of 10 lakhs. Am I clear? Next rule they said. Next rule. Who should not be happy? Facebook. Now what he did now is, he told to KPMG after introducing this concept, Ray KPMG, before how much I was receiving? 10 lakhs. Now how much I am receiving? 9 lakh 40. So he did reverse calculation. He said 10 lakhs into 100 by 94. That is 10 lakh 63,830. So he told Ray KPMG, the service which I was giving to you before for 10 lakhs, now for that same service I will charge 10 lakh 63,830. So that now you deduct equalization levy on this into 6% and you pay the balance 10 lakhs to me. So before also I was receiving 10 lakhs, now also I will receive 10 lakhs. So what did Facebook do at the end of the day? He increased his fees, his value of service. नहीं समझ में आए तो छोड़ दो, not relevant for your exam. Not relevant for exam. Second doubt. How much Facebook received? 9 lakh. Now the doubt reporter asked Arun Jaitley, should Facebook pay tax on this 9 lakh 40? Arun Jaitley says, we are clarifying under section 10 subsection 50. Which section? That income received by Facebook, received or earned, whatever, earned by, is exempt from tax. Is exempt from tax. Am I very clear till here? The consideration exceeds per annum. One more doubt. I am paying to Facebook 10,000 every month. How much is per annum? So will equalization levy apply? Answer is yes, because you are talking about process, and when I say consideration is aggregate of all per annum. Is this clear? So last time revise. Who is making the payment? Resident having business or profession in India, or non-resident having P in India. Who is receiving the payment? Facebook, that is non-resident, who do not have PE in India. Number 3, nature of service, online, digital, advertisement services. Then deductor, the person who is making the payment should deduct equalization levy at the rate of 6% if the amount exceeds 1 lakh. Bole to, if the amount is less than or equal to 1 lakh, there is no concept of equalization levy. There is no concept of equalization levy. Background clear? There are how many sections total we have? 13. I will cover all 13 in a story. I will not cover section wise. I will cover like a story wise. We will write the story. Then when I tell you to read, you should read from your DT notes. Start please. Shall we continue? Now be careful, I am explaining all the 13 sections in a story, not 13 12 sir, because we already covered one of them, that is section 165. Heading लिख लो 165 का, charge of equalization levy. That's the heading, charge of equalization levy. Charge of equalization levy. Now listen. I am starting the story. चुपचाप सुनो. Duty of deductor. बोले तो person making the payment. One more rule. Which sections to which sections you are talking about? 165 to 170. All section applies to deductor only. So we will assume we are KPMG in this particular chapter. We are not Facebook, we are KPMG. Because Facebook ko we have only one section, 10 subsection 50, which says that income earned by Facebook, that is 10 lakhs, even though received 940, income earned is 10 lakhs, is exempt from tax. First duty, kiska duty? Deductor. Who is the deductor? Who is making the? He should deduct the equalization levy at the rate of, and not only deduct, and pay the amount to central government. Is the first duty clear? वापिस बोलो, repeat. Deduct and pay. किसको पे करना है? किसको पे करना है? सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. द क्वेश्चन इज कब तक? when government clarified 7th of the following month I should pay the amount to government. बोले तो today's date 9th July 2020 I deducted 60,000 and paid 9,40,000 to Facebook. The 60,000 I should pay by 7th of the on or before 7th August 2020. On or before 7th August 2020. If I deduct in the month of April, 7th May, if I deduct in the month of October, 7th November, I should make the payment. Am I clear with the first point? Date क्या है? वापिस बोलो. 7th of the. This concept is given under 166. Don't remember the section numbers. I'll cover like a story. वापिस बोलो. He should. So वापिस बोलो. He should deduct and pay to central government. कब तक? 7th of the following month. Second duty. किसका duty? Deductor's duty is furnish equalization statement. Furnish what? It is like TDS returns. It is like or income tax returns. But here it's not called, it is called a statement. So what I have to mention? I deducted 60,000, no, I paid 60,000 to government. Now in the statement I will inform government 10 lakhs was the bill amount, 60,000 I paid to you, 940 I paid to Facebook. That information I have to give in the statement. Here I am just paying 60,000, but government does not know the balance is paid to whom. Here I am telling 60,000 I paid to you and 9,40,000 I paid to Facebook. I should furnish what? Annually. बोले तो once in a year. Like TDS returns quarterly, income tax returns annually, this also annually. Form number 1 is a form. Like TDS we have 24Q, 26Q. Here it is form number 1. And the DD, due date on or before 30th June of succeeding financial year. On or before 30th June of succeeding financial year. बोले तो if my financial year is 1920, I have to file the statement before 30th June 2020. I have to file the statement on or before 30th June 2020. Am I clear with this? All this bloody concept is given under 167. Given under 167. यहाँ तक स्टोरी क्लियर? Yes or no बोलो. Now listen. Now we'll understand what is the duty of department. Here Facebook will not come. This section does not apply to Facebook. Now government says, once you furnish, we will process the equalization statement. Process बोले तो check. Software will check. Software will check. That's called processing the equalization. This is similar to 143(1) of the Act, intimation. Intimation. Whenever you file return of income, you will get intimation under section 143, subsection 1. The software will check whether you have calculated the values correctly. For example, how much is the service value? 10 lakhs. Amount of EL, I deducted 40,000. I filed the return में 40,000. Software will catch the mistake. That ray waste fellow, you don't know क्या 6% will be 60,000 and not 40,000 and pay the balance. That is called send intimation. Send to deductor. What we will mention in the intimation? That you have to pay balance of 20,000 within 1 year from end of financial year in which statement is furnished. Sir, ऐसा पूरे वर्ल्ड में you will not find the notes of this chapter like this. I'll stop teaching if any academy, any faculty is teaching this topic like this. Trust me about that. I'm not teaching you section number wise. I'm teaching you story wise. You remember the story, that's enough. Don't remember section, but it's okay for me. So once again, what will software check? Whether you have filed correctly or not. And send what? Intimation, it will say pay the balance 20,000. If everything is correct, intimation says very good, don't pay anything. If you have filed correctly, then also you will get intimation. If you have not filed correctly, then also you will get intimation. What is the due date? 1 year from the end of financial year statement is furnished. Example, I have filed my statement on 20 June 2020. Due date for intimation. Due date for come to end of financial year 31st March 21. To that add one more year. 31st March 22 is the date by which software has to give me the intimation. If I get intimation after that, it's null and void. It's null and void. Intimation will get either whether the statement is correct or not correct. Does not matter. This is covered under section 168. Am I clear till here? So Lopez, what is the duty of deductor? Deduct and pay on or before due date. Furnish annually. Form number 1. Now second rule. Sir, I furnish the statement. Statement में mistake है. Like income tax return में you filed as a mistake. Can I revise the return? Here I have filed a statement wrongly. Can I revise? Sita Raman said recently, yes, you can revise. I'll give a note point here. If there is a mistake in the statement and you realize the mistake, you can revise. For example, you paid 9 lakh 40 to whom? Facebook. You mentioned in the statement you paid to some XYZ company by mistake, typing mistake. So you have an option to revise the statement. Copy it, Ilya. Now listen, once again, one more. If point A is done, what is point A? Deduct and pay. That expenditure I can debit to P&L account. Which expenditure, sir? Advertisement 10 lakhs. Government says that you can debit only if point A you have done properly. This point, if it is satisfied, then you can debit that expenditure to P&L account. Sure, copy. Hello, check. Please, again I'm reading, do not focus on the section numbers. It's okay if you don't remember. Absolutely fine with me. But trust me, one question will definitely come from equalization. No second thought about it. No second thought, no second thought. Absolutely no second thought about it. Done? Okay, fine. This intimation is called deemed notice of demand. This intimation is called deemed notice of demand also. ठीक है. Now write a note under point B. Note here below. Here एक note. If right here, if there is a mistake found, there is a mistake in the statement. If there is a mistake in the statement, comma, the statement can be revised. The statement can be revised within 2 years from the end of the financial year within 2 years from the end of the financial year in which services are rendered. यहाँ लिखो note here. If there is a mistake in the intimation sent by department, if there is a mistake in the intimation sent by department, comma, such intimation shall be rectified within 1 year from the date on which such intimation was issued. Within 1 year from the date on which such intimation was issued. So basically what the two duties deductor have? Deduct, ऐसा सुन लो, 3 दियो लो, deduct, pay, file the statement. Deduct, pay, file the statement. After filing the statement, software will check and he will send you the intimation. Correct है, correct नहीं है, you have to pay the balance. Simple story. Clear? Chal. Now listen. Now the problem comes here. Everyone, don't copy until I complete. What if duty is not done by deductor? Duty is not done by deductor. Then what happens? Duty we have told, but we will park the vehicles in India where there is no parking. Now the first point government says, listen, listen, not paid equalization levy on or before the due date. Is the first violation clear? The first duty was to pay on or before 7th of the following month. Now what we are asking, what the duty is not done? What is the first duty is not done? Not paid equalization levy on or before the due date. Due date is 7th of the following month. Pay interest. Pay at the rate of 1% per month or part of the month on equalization levy amount. Is the first point clear? Pay what? Interest on which at the rate of 1. This is given under section 170. Again I am telling, don't focus on section numbers, even though my job is to teach with section numbers, but I am teaching like a story. So what is the first step he has not completed? Not paid equalization on or before the due date. on equalization for the delay in the period. यहाँ तक क्लियर. second point, non deduction of equalization levy. ये क्या था? deducted but paid late. This was a scenario where it was deducted but paid late. Now what am I covering? You have not deducted. Mottam 10 lakhs I paid to Facebook. What was the job? You should have deducted 60,000 and paid 9,40,000 to Facebook, but you have not deducted the amount. That is called non-deduction. Then it says penalty will be equal to amount of equalization levy. You will be asked to pay what? Penalty, which is equal to amount of equalization levy. It means you have to pay 60,000 plus 60,000. That is maximum penalty we are talking about. Point number 3. Not paid equalization levy on or before the due date. This is exactly similar to the first, but here government says, what are you paying here? Here you have to pay penalty also. So not only you have to pay interest, you have to pay penalty also for if it is not paid on or before the due date. I hope I'm very clear with this. I'm explaining with a story, please. Penalty is equals to 1,000 per day of default. 1,000 per day of default or amount of equalization levy, whichever is lower. Chalo, once again. First duty was deduct and pay on or before 7th of the following month. If I have not done the duty, I have to pay interest 1%, penalty 1,000 or EL, whichever is lower. This penalty, if you have not deducted only, this penalty will come if deducted but paid late. Am I clear till here? Clear. This point number 2 and 3 is covered under section 171. Point number 2 and 3 is covered under section 171. Point number 4. Point number 4. This says the expenditure, how much KPMG is paying to Facebook? 10 lakhs. And you have not done your duty. You have not done your, it means EL deducted, sorry, EL not deducted or deducted but not paid. समझ में आ रहा? Deducted but then that expenditure will be 100% disallow. बोले तो that advertisement expenditure cannot be debited to P&L account. KPMG cannot debit if they have not deducted or deducted but not paid. Am I clear? The section number is 40, subsection A, clause 1B. Am I clear? However, this disallow will be allowed in that year in which the amount is actually paid. That's a different story. Am I clear with the 4 points as of now? So if it is not paid on or before, that is deducted but paid late, two things will come: interest and penalty. This penalty is for not deducted only, and this not deducted or deducted but not paid on or before the due date. On or before the due date, then 100% expenditure will be disallowed under section 40A(1)(b). Still we have more concepts here to be covered, then the story will be completed. Start copy. I have never taught this topic like this, sir, so please चुपचाप अच्छे से कॉपी करो. चल shall we continue guys? Shall we continue? यहाँ तक हो गया. Next, fifth point. Listen. Which point? Fifth. Listen. If statement of EL बोल तो is furnished. How much I paid to Facebook? What is the bill of Facebook? 10 lakhs. How much I paid? 9.4. how much I paid to government? 60,000. But in the statement I gave, instead of 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs. I mentioned in the statement. That is called statement is furnished wrongly. The bill was 10 lakhs, but in the statement when I filed with department, I mentioned 5 lakhs. Department cross-checked with Facebook, and they came to know it was not 5 lakhs, it was. So they came to know that I furnished the statement wrongly. Then liable for imprisonment. Liable for imprisonment up to 3 years plus fine. You will be asked to go to jail. It is a non-cognizable offense. Non-cognizable बोले तो non-bailable. Am I clear with this? This is given under 176. Don't copy, I'll give you time. सुनते जाओ, ठीक है. Now point is, however, it says take prior approval of CCIT. Take what? Prior approval of CCIT before availing section 176. Whose approval? That is given as per 177. That is given under as per 177, that if you want the deductor to go to jail, you should take prior approval of CCIT. Am I clear till here? Chalo, copy this. We are left with only one more point now, then it will be done. The story will be done. Chalo. Next, we are doing duty done or duty not done? Duty not done. If statement of EL बोले तो is not filed only. What is difference between 5 and 6 then, sir? It is furnished but wrongly. Here we are talking about not furnished only. There is a difference. Now it says you have to pay penalty. You have to pay 100 per day of default. $100 per day of default. This is under 172. Copy this. Then we are left with only one thing now. The story gets completed. चल क्लियर नाउ, यहाँ तक क्लियर. नाउ राइट नोट पॉइंट. Three, four note points I'll cover, then I'll tell you what you have to do, then I'll tell you what you have to do from the notes and all. Now listen. Who will pass penalty order? Who will pass? AO will pass. Assessing officer. Who will pass penalty order? Assessing. That penalty can be under 171, can be under 172. Please check which penalties are this. 171 is this penalty, and 172 this penalty. So who will pass this penalty? AO. Who will pass this penalty? AO. Now point is, you are satisfied with the penalty order. PO, penalty order. PO, penalty order, and you are, now who is not satisfied? Deductor, KPMG. Clear. Deductor, that is SSC, is satisfied with penalty order. If he is satisfied, he will pay penalty and close the matter. Clear? Don't copy. Let me complete. He will pay the penalty and close the matter. If he is not satisfied, he will file appeal to CIT appeals. He will file appeal to CIT appeal in form number 3. In form number 3. Within 30 days after paying application fees of 1,000. What you will say? Deduct. KPM will say, CIT appeals, penalty is wrongly calculated. Penalty should not come to me. I am asking CIT appeals, you decide the matter, because I am not happy with the order passed by AO. I will file appeal to whom? CIT appeals. Form number 3. Application fees 1,000. In how many days? 30 days. Clear? This all is covered under section 174. Clear? Shall we continue? Copy till here, then this chart will again proceed. The chart is not yet completed. This chart is not yet completed. Chalo. Department will issue notice of demand in form 2 and order the deductor to pay the penalty. Sure. चलो ठीक है, shall I continue? Now who will decide your case? CIT appeals whether penalty order is correct or not. So please sir, you are continuing from here. Yes or no? Yes or no? Give an arrow mark down and start continuing. I'm doing in the next page. Sure. CIT appeals will decide and pass the order. Correct? Yes or no? Again, two trees. What are those two trees? Satisfied, not satisfied. Who is satisfied? The deductor, nothing but KPMG. If he is satisfied, follow what is given in the order, whether pay penalty or no pay penalty. That depends on what is given in the order. Correct? If he is not satisfied, deductor can file appeal once again now to ITAT to inform number 4. Form number 4 within 60 days after filing. Application fees of 1,000. One more point. Whatever is decided by is final. Now after that you don't have any other option. Whatever, because we'll cover in appeals and revision, it's a question of fact. So anything with related to question of fact, the decision of ITAT becomes final. अगर आप ऐसा पढ़ेंगे ये टॉपिक को सर, no one can touch you on equalization levy. I can guarantee. Else you have to by heart the provision, which I don't want. Continue. This is note point number 1. Continue. Before that, one second. Here, what did you write? Who will pass penalty order? Bracket may you write PO can be passed, penalty order can be passed. Here you are writing PO, penalty order can be passed only after giving OBH to deductor opportunity of being heard. Penalty order can be passed only after giving OBH to deductor. Clear? Now continue this part. Sure. Now right, note number 2. Note number 2. It has been clarified that, I am detailing 2-3 note points, note down. It has been clarified that penalty under section 171, it has been clarified that penalty under section 171 and 172 shall not be levied (171) is for penalty for non-deduction or late deduction, and 172 is for penalty for not furnishing the return. Shall not be levied if there was a genuine reason for the delay. And which was accepted by AO. Genuine reason for delay which was accepted by AO. Next. Genuine reason for delay accepted by AO. Note number 3. If deductor does not furnish EL statement, if deductor does not furnish EL statement under section 167, a notice will be sent to him by AO. A notice will be sent to him by AO to furnish the statement. To furnish the statement, and then the statement has to be furnished, and then the statement has to be furnished within 30 days from the date of notice. Days from the date of notice. Note number 4. In the following cases, concept of equalization levy shall not apply. In the following cases, concept of equalization levy shall not apply. Number 1. If the payment does not exceed 1 lakh. Number 2. If the service provider, who was service provider in my example, Facebook, have permanent establishment in India. I hope you are following what you are writing. If the service provider, bracket me for, and Facebook has permanent establishment in India. And third one, if service recipient, that is KPMG, made the payment for personal purpose, this completes from my side concept of equalization levy. Before we start the problems, be careful. We have to do lot of problems. Be careful. Listen now. Come to the material and tell me which page number to which page number. 191, DT notes. In your DT notes, 191 to check करो 196. You will find like this. Now if you come to 194 and 195, this is what you will find. This and followed by next page. This. Count the number of sections, please. 15 sections. Starting में how many we said? Okay, I guess there are 15 sections. No problem. Yeah, 15. Because 40 also and 10, 50 also. 13 plus 12, 15. Correct. This is what I have covered in a story. This is what is covered in a story. Come to page 196. That's the summary chart on the concept. That's the summary chart. This one. This is taken from study material. This chart is taken from study material. This is a summary chart. लिख लो bracket में होना तो. It's a summary chart on the concept. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. 1 second. Sorry. Wait. 193 to 194 are sections. And 195 is a summary chart. Okay. 193 and 194 we have the sections. 195 we have the summary chart. 196 we have problems that I'll be taking up right now. And 191, 192 is the background of the topic. 191, 192 is the background. 3 and 4 we have the provisions. 195 we have the summary chart. 196 I have to cover with the problems. Clear? Okay. I'll give you 5 minutes now. Go through these 15 sections in your notebook. 5 minutes you have. Jaldi ek bar scan karo. From your notebook, DT class notebook, not the running notes what you wrote right now from the screen. What were given to you. You read that. What were given to you. Although this chart. This is what given to you in the DT notes. This and the previous one. 5 minutes you have. Start. more 5 minutes up. Please have a look of this 15 sections. It should match with the notes what you have written just now, but that is given in a sequence, but I explained like a story given in page 193 and 194 of your DT notes, and 191 192 speaks about background. 196 is the summary chart for your reference. 197 is the problems. Sorry, 196 is the problems which we will do now. We'll do this page now. First check the concepts. Okay,